Devin McCourty on the Browns quarterback situation moving forward.
If you don't bring back Jameis Winston, as a guy in the locker room, I'm not even considering you bringing back Deshaun Watson to be our starter because we couldn't get anything going at all as an offense, as a team. And then we get Jameis Winston in here. And again, the wins aren't picking up heavily. They're playing in a tough division. You have other teams in the division that are playing at a high level. And you're not winning every game, but like you said, we're competitive. We have a shot to win these games. How could we dare come back and not set ourselves up for that? And I just think other free agents on that team, you got to be looking at that. If you're a free agent on another team, even thinking about coming to Cleveland, like, those are the things you have to think about. If I'm a veteran that signed a contract and maybe I have 2 years left, if we don't do those things, then I come back to a team knowing we don't care about winning. This is just a financial thing. And you kind of see that happening with the Giants right now, with guys speaking out about how a locker room should work, who should be playing, all of these different things. So I think it's a no-brainer for Cleveland to go out there and make sure they keep Jameis Winston. Even if you get a young quarterback, Jameis Winston in the locker room is better for your organization and your culture going forward.
And Lance, again, I can't argue with any of that. I'm not looking to blame anybody. Now, if you go and you do it again, then I got some issues with that. I mean, as I kept saying when they were doing it, how are you selling to the other 52 guys in the locker room that we're staying with this guy and this guy gives us the best chance to win? They see what's going on.
Yeah, that's a great point. And when you look at what Deshaun Watson has, when he came in, it was just a mess from the start. And once again, it just hasn't worked out. Now, Jameis, he has been outstanding. And the thing I want everybody, for me, is they lost last night. And as good as he played, he still got to protect the football. And I think that should be the focus: is how do we get Jameis to protect the football, because he plays so well, besides those key mistakes. And there's a lot to be said about that, and once again, I don't really get into the money, but I see how that works. And if you invest that much money, but Kevin Stefanski's number one goal, and hopefully he has this voice, is to win. And all he's worried about right now is the Pittsburgh Steelers, because that's really how a successful coach thinks. And, how much input they have on roster and all that stuff, that's kind of out of his control, it seems like. But Jameis Winston has been very good. And you can say whatever you want, but it's the same roster and they're playing better. And as much as I don't blame Deshaun Watson, they're playing better now. And that's just the way it goes. Sometimes it just doesn't work. The talents of one guy doesn't work in a system. And right now it just does not work. So they got a lot of tough decisions to make moving forward. And obviously the quarterback position, and I agree with that. Right now, it's obvious that Jameis Winston's playing better. So if you're going with Deshaun Watson, it's strictly financial, and that'll lose you the locker room very quick.